Yo guys, what is up? Right now I'm doing a video. What if Deku, a large black whip, float in danger sense early? So this is how it's gonna work. We're gonna cut to the USJ attack. Oh, by the way, early around 2 or so more hours ago. But it's gonna be a different time by then. And this right here is gonna be Deku's hero costume. After it. But just imagine the things on his back, like these ear things on those ear-like things, that's on his original costume. Just imagine those on his back. Those are gonna be something that'll lead him to like danger and stuff whenever he has his costume on. It'll identify who's in trouble. So yeah. So we cut to the USJ attack. How this is gonna work? Izuku's gonna unlock Black Whip and float. He is gonna see. No, he basically gets through the portal before, and I'm saying that the villains were about to jump Suyo Mineta on the boat. As I'm saying that he managed to jump out, and keep in mind, he also has full cowling up to 50%. I'm gonna say. I'll say that he's 2 weeks to train before the entrance exam, so all my called Gran Torino, and then he got full cowling now, along with his shoot style. So yeah, basically after that, when he sees him about to go, he reaches his head out and says, "Stop!" As black tendrils grab Suyo Mineta as he jumps up and he just starts floating there. And he's like, "What the?" And he just starts as he floats back over to the entrance and sets him down. As they're like, "What was that, Midoriya? We thought you only had enhancement quirk." And he's like, "I don't know myself." And I'm gonna say that he saw Aizawa, but he saw that Shigaraki was about to jump towards one of his classmates. This would be his crush, Hyokujiro, as they just got done fighting off all the villains. Because I'm gonna say that Jiro was able to use the sound wave thing, the sound wave thing that she tried to do, but she connected one to her leg and then the other one to the ground, causing a tremor. It can cause a tremor in the earth to break, and thus knocking the villain out. They get to it, as he just senses Jiro in danger. His hero costume at first is in canon. This is afterwards. Because with the help of the support course, he created some stuff himself. Like the arm bracelet with the fingerless gloves and stuff. So I'm saying that I went for a more badass approach. So yeah. Afterwards, after that is done, he basically goes to strike the Nomu with using 50% in his arm. It says smash! It says smash! As he punches the villain, as he punches the Nomu, which surprisingly cracks its rib and sends it flying back. Because I'm gonna say that also something else happened, which I'm gonna explain later. As he's like, "What the? That felt like twice All Might's power." It's like, whatever. I'm gonna say that he was slightly, as he heard a voice in his head say, "Use 100%. We will take the backdraw." As he just hears this, he's like, "Okay." As he just powers up to full cowling 100%. As he Nomu just start to go at it. Just imagine an All Might versus Nomu fight, but instead of it being All Might, it's Deku, and Deku's getting faster and faster the more punches he's throwing. Taking around almost 100, taking around exactly 100 blows. When he says in his head, "One for all, 1,000,000%. And as he screams out, "Delaware, Detroit, smash!" As he punches the villain, and sends it up into space and making it hit the sun, completely incinerating Nomu, effectively killing it immediately. If you guys want me to do a part 2 or a redo to this, let me know down in the comments. So yeah, just let me know, and I would appreciate it if you. I'd appreciate you. Oh yeah, and tell me if you see some flaws in this. So I'd greatly appreciate the feedback, so I know what to improve on. So back to the story. As Zuko just defeats Nomu, as he's like, as Shigaraki's like, what? He cheated! He cheated, he cheated, he cheated, he cheated, he cheated! And just crashes his neck passively as he tries to rush at Izuku. But Izuku somehow senses this. And as he just says, St. Louis, as it says, 10%. St. Louis, smash! And he kicks Shigaraki in the face and sends it back over to Kurogiri, who whoops them both out. After that, I'm gonna say that the rest of the villains saw the fight, as they just decide to rush at Izuku. Izuku's like, I'm gonna say that Izuku had a badass personality too. This is why he made this hero costume like this. As he just basically guess I can kick some goddamn villain ass. As he just says this out loud. It's just like he was taking so long, kid. As he just charges up to 100%. I just starts to go ham on the villains. When I say ham, I mean breaking bones, breaking ribs, almost rupturing a few of their organs too. He's just going insane. And when the heroes get there, they're just seeing this. Just seeing Izuku taking on all these villains, using punches, kicks, all of that. Almost like, what? As the One For All users say, we're letting him use 100%. As he's like, what? We're taking the backlash of it. It's like, okay. And I'm gonna say from after this fight, Izuku gains mastery of 65%, but is excruciatingly draining. So basically, it drains a lot. So basically, afterwards, basically after he takes on all the villains, I'm gonna say that it was around at least 150 or 175 villains, as they all just jumped, as Izuku just took them all out in a matter of 10 minutes. And I would say that freaking Aizawa, no, actually, Midnight was timing this, as she just stops the timer. She's like, as she's just shocked, as her jaw just almost drops to the, jaw almost drops. As Nezu's like, what is it, Narumi? As he's like, he took out 150 to 175 villains in just 10 whole minutes. Exact. As when everyone hears this, their jaws just drop. They're like, 175? Just think if he masters this power. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna say that later that day, I'm gonna say that they did make the dorms already, the day before. As Izuku wakes up, oh yeah, the ship in this one's gonna be Izujiro, because I want it to. So yeah, afterwards, when Izuku goes to sleep, basically the vision had in canon happened when first user says, so you're it, you're the night. And he reaches his hand out, and as he just smirks, as when Izuku starts to wake up, the window starts to crack and eventually breaks. With everyone hearing this, as Izuku just starts to huff like. As everyone comes, as Kirishima breaks down the door and is like, Mito, bro, what happened? As Kirishima, he's like, And I scream someone, everyone, Izuku used his quirk in his sleep. As he screams this to everyone who's rushing down the hall to Izuku's room. As Izuku says, Bakugo. He's like, what? Go kill All Might now. As I was saying that All Might is having a similar vision, but he's talking with Nana, the fifth user and the fourth user. As they're like, Toshinori, we decide to do something. They're like, what is it? He's like, what is it? We're getting Izuku our quirks. All the users are. So yeah, basically, he's like, what? Yes. He was at the USA before y'all got there. He saved his classmates, the frog girl and that grape-headed kid, using both me and the fifth user's quirks. You gotta tell this to Midoriya, okay? I don't say All Might wakes up too when the bot goes to the teacher's dorm. As he just busts in there, and as he says, "I need All Might. We need All Might now." Somebody comes down there and says, "What's wrong?" He says, "It's Midoriya." So I'm gonna say that Izuku and Baki already fought, and Izuku bodied him and told him about One for All around the second day after the hero training. Because I'm saying that's when they implanted did the dorms. And Inko had no problem with it, since Izuku doesn't have the injuries. So yeah. So basically, they just rush to the dorms, as Izuku says, and as All Might says, "Everyone leave now. I have to tell Midoriya something." As he's like, "Yes, All Might." As he says, you're gonna gain the quirks of the One for All users. You're gonna have 7 total quirks. You have 4 of them. You have three of the other. You have 3 of the quirks now. Which ones are those? My master's, his master, her master's master, and the 4th users. Who I'm gonna say the 4th user in this one was actually brainwashed into becoming a villain. Hang on, I'll be right back. Hey, guys, I'm gonna go eat real. I had to eat real quick, so it's gonna be around like I'm gonna have to make a part 2 after this, which I'm gonna do shortly after. So I'll see y'all.